Hi, thank you so much for joining me tonight. So sorry we're a little bit late in getting started, but there were some technical difficulties on my end, and that's one of my biggest stresses these days is technology. So I'm so glad that you're here. I know you have lots of questions, and I hope I can be informative and answer them for you. I will do my best to do that. Um, so we will get started in a minute. I'm still waiting for a couple people to pop in. And let's see, I've got I've got several of you on here. I'm hopefully not going to lose more of you because I know a few of you couldn't get on. But I'm looking forward to you being on here. And then you can do your chat on the side. Let's see if there's a chat going on yet. Feel free. I'll do my best to answer questions as we go. I'll be talking and then I'll be putting on my reading glasses so I can actually see what maybe you're saying. And then we will go from here. And then, of course, you could find me, if we don't get things answered today, find me on Facebook and in our special Facebook group. And then I'll be happy to answer what you need. So I'm here for you. So we're going to wait just a couple more seconds here to get started with talking about treatment. I know this is never fun. I know, so I'm still doing some technical things on the side here. So bear with me while I'm doing this. I know it's, a hard time, especially if you've recently been diagnosed. I was looking at some of you did a survey and you specified, how recent your treatment. And I know we've got one lady in Brazil and she can't be on here live, but let's see. Yep. She will be watching the replay. So ladies, let's make this helpful. Let's make it informative. And I hope I can help you as much as I can. So let's Oh, sorry, we're having a little technical. Haven't been live on a webinar in a while, so forgive me if I've got some technical things that go on and make little blubbers here. So I'm going to go back to the chat, and I don't know if I was just so quick question. So Liz has a question. My credentials. So my credentials. I'm not a medical doctor. I'm not a nurse. I've been helping others since my diagnosis 9 years ago, giving them guidance and doing the best I can. I wrote a book on breast cancer. Spent 4 years researching and writing it, and 2 doctors reviewed it at the time, and then other doctors have reviewed it since then. So I do hope that you'll enjoy what I've got to say, and I want to talk a little bit more. I know a few of you had taken a little survey beforehand, so I want to talk about some of the things that you had asked about. Some of you are still in the deciding which treatment to make, which treatment choice. So I hope what we just discussed will give you some guidance. I'm not going to tell you what to do, but you have to decide that for yourself. So yeah, there's lots, there's a limited amount of choices, but yet there's kind of the same choices for, if you've got breast cancer, DCIS, you're going to get the same treatment choices as if you were stage much more advanced breast cancer. And that's part of what was so shocking to me and made me realize I needed to research and take some action and kind of figure this out. So let's see, what else? Let me put my reading glasses back on to look at some of these questions in the chat. All right. And I know some of you are worried that you're going to get it everywhere and you've already done some treatment. So you do need to talk to your doctors. You need to see, what are the best treatment choices for you. Really do weigh it out. And I know we're kind of popping in and out here, so I hope that I see some of you are lost connection and then got back on. So thank you for coming back on. Technology, this is what causes me stress, is this technology stuff. It seems so easy at first, just like radiation could seem easy. So I did not have radiation. I chose to have the double mastectomy. I waited out. I didn't add on radiation or tamoxifen because I didn't think it increased my risk of survival any more than I already had done. And I didn't want to have the side effects. So let's see, some more of your questions. Crystal, we're going to talk about root cause another time and good alternatives. So I mentioned some of the alternatives. I don't think of them necessarily as alternatives, but things that we should be doing while we're doing our Western medicine. So yes, my book, okay, well, I'll give you the link a little bit later. And thank you for being on here, Claudia. I think you're in Brazil or somewhere, so I thought you'd be sleeping. I thought you'd be watching this tomorrow. So thanks for staying up late and watching this. Yes, I'll give you information a little bit later about my book. And here's my book right here. And these are my lovely children. So my little boy, by the time I finished the book, see, I finished it in 2010. So he was, how old was he? He was 4 or 5, whatever. Now he's almost 11. And my daughter, and this is what the goal is, ladies. We want to survive, especially if you have children. Because he was teeny tiny. He was 1.5 and she was 9.5 when I got diagnosed. So this was 4 years later. So he was 5.5. And like I said, now is that right? Yeah, by the time I finished the book, he was 5.5. Now he's 11, almost. And she's in college, 2nd year in college. So that's the goal, is survival for ourselves and for our family, and to make this as easy as we can on ourselves and our families. So do talk to your doctors. Do make some good decisions. Weigh it out. And I do have that PDF that's available. So you probably won't be able to read, like I showed you, my writing. This is some of my best writing. I don't have good writing, but I did make a little PDF and I'd be happy to share that with you. And basically it just kind of goes over the treatment choices. Like I mentioned, they haven't changed much. These have been the same treatment choices that have been available to ladies for years. So if you're a scientist of some sort, come up with some better treatment choices for us, because enough is enough. And to me personally, there's nothing that I hate seeing more than women dying of breast cancer. I think we should not be dying of breast cancer anymore. And I hate seeing bald women. That makes me cry and sad. and especially for those of you who go through that, a difficult time. So I want to switch gears a little bit and talk about the emotions. And I know that was, to me, I had actually kind of forgotten a little bit that was so key. It's been 9 years now since my diagnosis and my treatment. And then when I was reviewing my book, I remembered a lot of things that I had kind of forgotten. So let's see, I'm going to go back to, I actually made a little video. I'm going to pop it back in because I'm live here right this second, and I wanted to prepare for you in advance. So I've made some videos. If you notice the one I just showed, that was me that I recorded just a couple days ago, because I didn't want to do everything live and maybe forget some important points, and I want to be able to have kind of a discussion with you as well. So I'm going to play another video, and please give me some feedback too, because like I said, I'm using some new technology and it's making me stressed and nervous, and I'm doing the best I can to put this together for you and to give you some good information. So this one is about emotions and mood and all that kind of stuff, because I know some of you, you're scared, and you have every right to be. And I was scared. And I remember this was the most stressful time of my life, just the not knowing what was going to happen. And even though your doctors are telling you you're going to live, maybe you're not so sure that that's true. But believe me, especially those of you who are on here with DCIS, you will survive. I could pretty much guarantee you that. If you only have DCIS, you will survive. You will go beyond your 5 years. You will go beyond your 9, 10 years. And chances are you will never get breast cancer again. If you're proactive, you need to be proactive. So let's talk a little bit about the emotions and things that you may be feeling. And I hope I give you a couple pointers that you'll take with you and implement starting tonight.